Wow. Well. Guys, welcome fucking back to the Sevn on Sevn podcast, episode number 12. Episode number 12. Holy shit, I didn't think we'd get here, but we're here.
We out here.
Today, wow, this is a fucking blast from the past. This is a long time friendship that I haven't seen him since I was 16.
Damn, yeah, literally.
Literally since I was 16. I have my boy Blvckjesus here in the studio today, man. On the fucking show. Man, I can't believe that it's been
like 6-7 years.
Yes, almost 6-7 years. I'm gonna be 23 this year, and the last time I saw you, and I think I vividly remember the last time was, I think you was on the patio. And it was either when I was walking in or walking out, and then we like dabbed each other up because we were with the whole innovative crew, and like we was all connected, and then like.
Back in those days.
Dude, I think that was like the last time I saw you.
Yeah,
so,
that was the last time.
4 years would be 20. 2 years would be 6. And I'm going to be, it's been almost 7 years.
Yeah,
6, 7.
Years.
Holy shit.
It's been a long
fucking damn. Well, for those of you who don't know who Blvckjesus is, he is a fucking producer. He is a DJ. He is an artist. He is fucking doing big shit right now. And one of the reasons why I wanted to have him on, but give a little introduction to our listeners and our watchers, our listeners and our viewers of who you are, what do you do, kind of a little bit about yourself. Where'd you grow up? A little synopsis of yourself.
Yeah, man. My name is Michael. I go by Blvckjesus. I born and raised in California, South Central, and lived in Paramount most of my life. And yeah, I've been producing, I think, 5 years now. Been DJing for 8. Yeah, it's been a long road, man. Like, I met you when I first started. Like, way
same.
back
I wasn't even producing at the time.
Yep, same. I wasn't even making music yet.
Yeah, literally.
I was just trying to get my foot in the door.
Bro, literally.
Yeah, man. But, yeah, been doing all types of shit from rock, hip-hop, EDM, and just been dabbling in different spaces and stuff. And it's been pretty fun, man. Honestly, like, it's been rewarding. This is the first time I've been doing the shit I've been doing this year. And now I'm, like, playing all over the place, so it's been fun.
Right now you're like, I'm doing it.
Honestly.
Rewind 6 years ago where he's like, I'm just trying to get my foot in the door. You're like, holy shit, I'm here.
Exactly.
Because before we started rolling on the cameras, he was telling you had just got back from tour. You was on tour since February.
Yeah, since February.
And just list some of the people that you played with and that you played alongside and that you know, because I mean, a lot of the listeners and viewers of the show are big dance music heads.
Yeah.
And obviously follow me for artist shit. So you guys will definitely know some of these names. But yeah, give a little bit of a rundown of like who you was on tour with and who you played with and all this and this.
Side, Say My Name. I played with Say My Name. I did Darren Styles. I've done Lady Faith, Sudden Death, Dogma. I'm trying to think like who did I play with this year? Fritz, which is a homie of mine. I was on his tour.
Dope. You played EDC?
Yeah, EDC last year. That was really dope. That was a huge experience. Got to play on the Wasteland stage. Got to rep hard dance, and it's been fun repping like both bass music and hard dance now. So like, I'm barely getting to that point to where people are starting to be okay with people playing multiple genres, and that's always been what I wanted to do. So
totally, and that's so. I think that's so important in like. Already just like by the way you said that on like the curation of like the sets and like that's why there's a lot of DJs that like I respect in that aspect of like set curation more than others, like simply for that fact of like being able to curate and mix in different genres and make them work. I think like is so important just because like me personally, I like to make a lot of different music, as I know you do, and I'm sure you like a lot of different shit.
Absolutely.
And so it's like finding the way to incorporate that while still making it engaging and entertaining, and people are like, oh, I want to watch this, and I want to see another set, rather than just having an hour or a 2 hour set of like
the
same shit. Like for me, it gets fucking old as fuck. Like
it's super old,
dude. Literally, like. I've just started finally getting back into playing shows again.
Okay.
Because of COVID and I wasn't doing anything. I was focused on the engineering side of shit and like just doing that. So now that I'm starting to play shows again, I got a festival in August I'm playing and 2 shows this month, and it's like, who the fuck is calling me? Hold on, my roommate's calling me, guys. I'm gonna text him. Sorry. He was like calling me like, what the fuck are you doing? Yeah, but like that's something that I've been spending a lot of time on.
That's
is like
good.
figuring out how to, cause like I've been making a lot of like melodic house, melodic techno, like that type of like lane 8, like that type of real type shit.
That shit's fire too.
Yeah, exactly. I love that type of music, but I also love like the long story short bass house type stuff. I love like, you know, some harder shit. So it's like being able to like really make a true set of like almost like it's producing a song. Like how your song has highs and lows, you have bridge, you have choruses, you have verses where the energy is here and there, like trying to bring that into a set so like it doesn't get stagnant and doesn't get stale, because like I feel like that only can go for so long, right? Before someone's like, like it gets I've seen you 6 times or 7 times and like
you're playing the same
set. And like that's something I wanted to ask you too, because you're playing way more shows than I do, and like I'm curious on like how do you go about like your set curation, and like how do you go about like preparing your sets if you have one show, this show, that show, or like is it you just have different playlists and you go from there, you bounce back and forth, you make certain edits to this, like because I've always been curious. I've always been curious about this, and like I like obviously the goal is like I want to have like hella big artists on the show too, and like but I really wanted to ask you that because you're playing with Sudden Death and Say My Name and all these big ass people who are playing in stadiums and shit. So it's like your shit has to be on point to be able to play with them. You know what I'm saying? So you doing it and you're executing it right. And obviously people are fucking with you. You're going to Dallas for the fucking Grocery Boy shit. Like you're doing it and you're doing it right, and people are fucking with it. So like how do you go about that?
So like it's funny because it's funny because like you're the first person to ask me this. And, like, the way I've been explaining to people is because of the different genres that I produce over the years is that the way I've been doing my shows is that I get booked for certain genres. So when I get reached out for shows, they kind of give me – it's not like I can still do my thing like I always do. Yeah. But they kind of go like, oh, we're hosting a hard dance show. We want to book you. So that already tells me what I need to play.
I'm aiming this more this way.
Exactly. And then the way I set up my sets is that I have multiple playlists from like past shows, or sometimes I'll make new ones, but it's rare because I kind of freestyle my sets. Yeah. So I'll go based off my playlist. So like sometimes I'll go in the order that I put the set that I already have. Yeah. Or I'll mix it up and do different songs in different ways. And like if I'm playing a show where I'm just booked generally like as like, oh, we want Blvckjesus, then I'll play both hard dance and bass. So I'll switch from half of a set that I made in one playlist, and then I'll go to another playlist and then play half of a set from that one. Got you. And then I just kind of make it make sense.
That's dope that people book you based on kind of like, yo, we want to book you and we're going more this direction, the hard dance. We're we're throwing more of a bass show, and like I think that says a lot about you as an artist and your diversity and capability, and like what I've always been an advocate of. And you all fucking people can go back and listen to any episode of this fucking podcast, and I've probably said it on every episode, is to never limit yourself. Never. And to never put yourself inside a box. No, exactly. Because like I think that's the ultimate goal, is like being able to create and make so many different types of music and do it well and be known for, hey, he does this, he can do this. Exactly. And then that way, like, people have the confidence of booking you to be like, hey, we want to book you, because we fuck with you, you're dope, and we're going more this route, we know you do this.
That's literally how like every time.
But we're gonna go this route next month. Exactly. And we want you to do it more this. Perfect. I got you.
I'm like, okay, whatever. Let's run it. Like as soon I want to add house music to that list, right? And because like I'm really digging what house music is doing right now. After going to Day Trip, this was my second year going. Yeah. Best festival ever.
I heard Day Trip this year was dope. I heard it. I had a bunch of friends and artist friends that went. Yeah. I heard it was really.
It is now
dope.
My favorite festival. And I'm not even a house head like that. Like, I love house music, but I don't listen to it, like, every fucking day. Yeah. But the vibes, like, just put the music to the side. Like, the way they set the tone, especially, like, this was the first time I saw it in Long Beach. Because last year, it was at the Nas.
Yeah, exactly.
But this year, best festival ever, bro.
Especially the environment is crucial too.
Yeah,
like,
it was so dope.
Cause that beachfront park.
Yeah.
That's where I'm playing in August.
Oh shit.
The Oasis Festival that I'm playing in August is at the same exact.
Oh,
venue.
you're gonna have fun.
Yeah, I'm
super
super
fun.
stoked.
Yeah, especially if it's house and shit. Oh,
yeah,
man, you're gonna vibe out for sure.
Yeah, no, I'm fucking stoked. But that's what I heard. I heard Day Trip was really fucking.
Yeah, that's
mad
the
fun.
move, man.
I'm curious too, just because what type of music do you listen to like regularly? Because people ask me this all the time, and I feel like people ask producers this all the time, especially if they make dance music. Like, what do you listen to? Do you listen to EDM all day, every day? Dude,
believe it or not, I listen to Hans Zimmer.
Dude, that's what I'm saying, bro. Oh my god, dude. I thought I was the dude. No. I listen to scores and I listen to heavy metal, bro. Literally. I'm like.
That's all I listen to. I've been Cornfield Chase is my favorite
dude,
song.
Dude, Tars!
Yes.
Tars! Dude, Interstellar is one of the greatest movies ever made. Bro,
don't get me
don't
started.
argue with me. I don't want to hear shit. Interstellar is one of the greatest movies
I just saw it for the
made.
First time.
Bro.
I literally just saw it for the first time, and I was mind blown.
Bro.
And that movie was made in 2014.
That movie will fucking
up.
make you cry.
Yep.
It'll like have you on the edge of your seat. It'll just have you sitting back like, what the fuck is going on?
And
then
the most mind fuck about it is
dude.
When you're watching this movie, you're not realizing for him it's only been like a couple months.
That's what I'm saying.
For everyone else, it's been
But like
years.
you forget that.
Yeah.
Until like they bring it back, and then it's like,
oh shit.
Yeah, it's like holy fuck.
Yep.
Like, dude, when he comes back from Miller's Planet, and, and I'm like, oh,
it's like
dude.
23 years. Like,
dude, I can't. If y'all haven't seen Interstellar,
man.
You need to pause the episode right now and go watch it, and then come back because
it's such a great
dude,
movie.
Cinematic, absolute fucking masterpiece.
And then I was listening to the soundtrack before I saw the movie. So once I put the soundtrack with the movie,
oh my god,
it's
a different story,
sense.
bro. It's
Everything
a different story.
Sense.
Like the fucking Inception.
Inception's my favorite.
Soundtrack is incredible. Interstellar's is the soundtrack from
Dune
the Transformers
too.
movie.
I don't know if you heard Dune.
Oh, Dune soundtrack
Dune
is
sick.
epic. Steve Jablonowski, the composer of the Transformers movies, scores are fucking great.
Absolutely.
Dude, that's so funny because I
Scores
listen.
is like my favorite shit to listen to.
Dude.
When I'm like not listening to like EDM or anything else.
That dude, it's genuinely, in all honesty, a very Milo, Jesus. For everyone that's listening and watching, that's my dog, Milo. Hey, come here, buddy. Come here. I think it's my roommate. Come here. It's just Mike, dude. It's just Mike. Hey, it's just Mike. But yeah, like I rarely ever listen to dance music.
Yeah, same.
I don't know why. Like I just really
Every
don't.
now and then, it's usually on my way to like shows.
Hey.
Other than that, or when I'm with my friends pre-gaming. Other than that, like I don't really listen to it that much.
I know,
like
I don't.
I used to.
And I think it's I don't know why. I just think it's such a funny dichotomy as dance music producers that we really
you're around
don't.
it all the time, so like,
I know, like
yeah, you're gonna see it live. So
but I feel knock it off, dude. Jesus Christ, come here, you fucker. For everyone that's watching, this is my puppy Milo. Sorry guys, my fucking dog pressed the space bar and stopped us recording audio.
He wanted to join.
Yeah, he was like, I'm gonna pause it right here. Yeah, but just kind of to finish up on that topic, I think for me personally, and I'm sure it is for you, just by your answer of what you listen to, is like I find so much more inspiration.
Absolutely.
Listening to everything but dance music when I'm making dance music.
Yeah.
I don't know why. Like
Han, like, I don't know if you ever seen like
texturals and dude,
insane the shit that dude does.
It's fucking
insane.
Unreal.
To the point to where I was watching the way he created Dune, and they were literally making instruments like unheard of, like one of ones for the movie specifically. I was like, yo.
And
like,
that's why he gets the fucking big money.
Yeah,
that's why he is who he is. You know what I'm saying?
And
like,
I love that about him. I love that he's like doing like going the extra mile to do something like anybody could have possibly done just with the people they already work with. But he's not that type of guy.
Nah,
I like that.
He's innovating.
Yeah, always.
Like, he's always innovating. There's always some new sounds. Always some new.
Never done the same thing twice. I've never seen him do the same thing twice ever in any of the movies he's worked on.
Wait, yeah, Hans didn't he scored the Dark Knight Rises too?
Yep.
Dude,
all of them.
Oh my, all the Batman movies, bro.
Pretty much every big movie that I've seen, he's been the one to score.
Yeah,
and
literally.
I'm like, why do I like the music so much? I see the composer Hans Zimmer.
That's why.
I'm like, makes sense.
That's why. God damn. That's so fucking crazy. Holy shit.
Han is my favorite, hands down.
Same. Holy shit, man. That's so funny that you listen to that shit too.
Yeah, I have to. I was listening to it on the way here. I was like, yo, I need some relaxing music right now.
That's how I am too. I listen to podcasts. Literally, like, this is like how my day goes. I wake up, I listen to my podcasts that I listen to, and then I go to the gym. I finish the podcast on the way to the gym. I get my lift in. I'm listening to some fucking heavy metal, like just fucking going in, and then come back, and then it's like soft mellow. Yeah, like I'm walking around,
decompressed.
Decompressed, and it's some just like guy on a cello and violins and playing throughout the house, and I'm just like, dude, if someone was to like walk in or like someone was just like follow me around, and be like, dude, what the fuck is this guy listening to? What the fuck does he do? Like,
mood, bro.
Dude, it's so, dude, Milo, shut the fuck up, bro. But anyway, so you are moving to LA soon.
Yeah, man. I'm going back to like moving to like around Hollywood area, WeHo,
dude.
Yeah, WeHo be getting lit,
dude. WeHo gets down.
I was just there on Friday. I was like, damn, like
WeHo goes
pretty. Yeah, they go hard, bro.
WeHo gets buck.
Yeah,
bro.
I like it over there. It's pretty chill. Yeah, me and my 3 roommates, like one is a producer. His name's Splint. Shout out to Splints. We call him RL Splints because he's like, if RL Graham was to have a kid, it would be this guy.
Okay.
Like, he's one of the dopest producers. He's cracked, bro. Like, he literally makes any and everything. And he's just like this homebody dude. Like, he stays in his little box.
Yeah, his cocoon, and he's just like...
He just... Every now and then, like, because he's one of the few people I talk to the most. And then if there's one person I can say honestly who I send my music to on a consistent, it's him. So we send each other music. This dude makes everything. Like, he made drill, house, D&B, dubstep, trap. He's more melodic, but he can do bass. Like, and he's so good at it.
That's crazy.
And I'm very excited to work with him.
Yeah, that's something that like I still haven't like been able to do very well, is like bass. Like,
yeah, I'm still learning,
dude. Yeah, see, for me, I was like, dude, I'd be so down to collab with like a bass artist and like do the intro break and like, cause like I have like all like the Contact library and stuff, like kind of the very scory stuff.
Oh, that's
and
sick.
Like, so like I get very in depth on the textural, like environmental,
that's
like
key.
Setting the tone kind of thing, and like that's like where I'd be down, and like that's how I feel like I would be able to help or do my part on a bass song.
Yeah.
To like bring that kind of beautiful disaster.
Yeah.
Like vibe.
No, absolutely.
Like, and that's something that I really want to do. And like, I'm just trying to do something and work with everybody. You know what I'm saying?
And I like that you said that, because I think people forgot about what the concept of collabs are. Yes. And I think people feel like, oh, I need to make the drop. I need to make this. It's like, no, do your strong suit. The thing about collab is that you two are coming together to fuse your sounds together.
Yes.
And like, you got to work on, like, there's times where I'll make just the intro and then they'll make the drops. Or sometimes I'll make the drops and then they'll make the intro.
Totally.
It all depends on like what the vibes are, and then that makes me easier for me to ask people.
Totally.
Because like I've been nervous to ask certain artists to work on songs because I feel like my sound wouldn't work with theirs. But then they're like, yeah, let's do it. I'll send them an idea and they fuck with it, and then they just flip that shit around.
And run with it.
So like I've been learning that because like I've been working with this artist named Blvckjesus, and me and him did a collab together. And he came from the hip hop side. Okay. So he pretty much, long story short, he made Hustlin' for Rick Ross. Okay. He produced that song. And now he's doing EDM and he's doing all bass. So I was like, yo, this is my opportunity. I'm like, fuck it, let me ask him if he wants to work on something. Yeah. So I reached out. I was like, hey man, like I've known him because we're in a group chat together, and I was like, hey, like I want to see if you want to work on something. Sent him stems, bro. This dude came back with the most fire tune I've ever been a part of. I'm kind of shocked that it's even our song. It's like
it's just that fire.
Insane. Yeah. Like I've never been more happy for a song than I am with this one, because it's
that's
like
dope.
One, I got to work with a legend.
Yeah, literally.
And then second, it's like, yo, we're making my type of music, so it's
totally.
just like That makes it more fun and more like, okay, and he raps on it, which was even better.
That's fire.
Yeah, it was so sick.
See, but that's what a collab's all about, bro.
That is. No,
like,
absolutely.
That's really what a collab is all about. Like, genuinely, bro.
Like you just got to work together, and I think that's
like
where it comes
when
down
Marshmello and Sudden Death did their song.
I love their shit.
Bro, that song was fire.
It was fire.
But, like, you could hear
both of them.
And
that's why I like collabs.
Marshmello didn't really probably... I mean, he probably did a little bit because he was .com for a while. So, I mean, he has base experience.
So, I heard after talking to Sudden, he was pretty much like his method is that he doesn't work with someone who doesn't necessarily... Because he doesn't... After talking to him, meeting him, he is definitely not the type of dude who's just willing to do everything.
Yeah, all
you
the
know
way.
how some collabs
for sure.
just
people are like, yo,
one-sided.
I'll do the majority.
No, this dude is very strict on like his morals as far as like, oh, I want to work with producers. And obviously Marshmello knows what he's doing. But you know, he's huge, so you know,
exactly.
People are always gonna have that conversation, is he doing it? But then you gotta remember who Marshmello is. And I think everyone knows who he is.
Come on.
It's like trap royalty.
Come on, everybody knows who fucking Marshmello is.
Exactly. So like
Skrillex gave that up like years ago.
I remember that.
He gave that up like years ago.
So like for you to
that's what he has the knowledge. He has the skill. He's
knows
done
what
it.
He's doing.
He's done it for years.
So like him making a song with someone like Sudden Death isn't a hard task for him to do. So I wasn't surprised that it came out fire.
Yeah, it was dope.
It was a dope
song.
Like the way they did it, it was very nice. I liked it. It was really dope.
Yeah, it was a dope collab.
Yeah, it was. I was kind of shocked because I'm like, I don't know how this is gonna sound. Like, how is this gonna work? But seeing something like that is like I was telling you before. Like, I'm not scared to ask certain artists anymore about working with them.
See,
because they're open to new ideas.
Exactly, and that's man. See, god damn it, I fucking say this on every fucking episode too. Because I feel that every episode fucking connects. I literally, word for word, have said this since episode number 1. Like, I don't know why. Just every, like, no matter what guest it is, they come on and they say either the exact same thing that someone I had on before said, or they say something that literally perfectly goes in hand. And like how you said, like, you're just not afraid to reach out to artists because, like, everyone's trying to do different shit and to do this. And, like, I've always said this. Never be afraid to just reach out.
Absolutely.
Like, just send them a message. Yo.
It's simple as that. It really is.
It's literally
the worst thing they can say is
no. Okay, then what?
Then you
hey,
move on.
Thanks for your time. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
Hey, but at least, like, that door's cracked now.
Yeah.
So maybe later on down the road, they might come back around after, you know, you've done some more work.
No, absolutely.
And they're like, hey.
And they're always, one thing I've learned.
Always watching.
Always watching.
Always.
Everybody. There's not a moment where you think, if you think someone isn't watching you, don't play yourself. They are 100% watching.
That's what I'm saying.
Because I've met a lot of like artists at times.
That's what I'm saying.
And like I don't ever like whenever I meet artists, I don't ever say my DJ name. I just think it's like I like saying my actual name.
Dude, oh my god, that's so funny, bro. I literally had this conversation with my boy Judson. Shout out Judson. He's the owner of Inertia Events. That he's the one throwing the festival in August. Me and him literally had a conversation about this in LA. He's like, there's no bigger pet peeve that I have, and he was saying this, than when I meet an artist or a DJ. I don't care how fucking big you are, and like you don't tell me your real name.
Really?
Yeah, he's like, I hate that. He's like, I love when they're like, hey, I'm Gage. I'm Michael. Like,
yeah. It's like for me, I'd only do it for one reason and one reason only. Like, I don't want people... So I'm not the type of artist to like have like two separate personalities with my brand.
Nah, not at all.
My brand is literally me. So when you meet Blvckjesus, you're meeting Michael. Exactly.
That's me. That's just... my name, my DJ name. Like, that's not my name. Like, it is, but it isn't. You know what I'm saying? So
and I don't pretend to act a certain way when I'm performing as Blvckjesus versus when I'm, you know, by myself. Like, what you see on Twitter and social media is literally how I act. And
bro, it's the authenticity of, like, who you are and just an artist. And, like, I think it's just so crucial, too. Like, when I've met people, like, bigger house artists or something, and they're like, yo, my name's Josh or so-and-so, like, I know who you are.
Yeah,
but
exactly.
Like, I appreciate you
telling me your name. Because, like, big artists, too, when they tell you their name, that's a big fucking deal.
For sure.
Like, you have to think, like, they meet countless people, and I doubt they say, like, their DJ name, but, like, you know they know you literally know who they are. And
dude,
all that
like,
shit.
perfect example, and I never expected this, too, is because I was in New York not too long ago for DJ Snake. One of my homies, mine, was playing, so I was like, we were just backstage and hanging out and everything, and, like, Habstract pulled up.
Oh, sick.
And, like, he was in the green room and everything, and then we had walked back when Snake was on, and then, like, I didn't say anything, and then I just like he was standing right next to me, and I literally turned to him. I was like, hey, what's up? Like, my name's Gage. I'm a big fan. I fuck with your music. I love everything. He's like, oh, pleasure to meet you. My name's so and so.
Yeah.
And then like I was like, thank you
Yo.
for.
Yeah, that's a big deal, man.
Thank you for not like I know who you are. You know everybody here knows who you are. You was just on you was literally just on stage with Snake.
Absolutely.
Like everybody knows who you are, but like I appreciate you saying your real name.
Yeah,
and, like,
it goes a
being
long
cool.
way.
It does.
It really does, man.
And like I feel like it goes a long way, even if you're just very bottom, starting to wanting to go up, middle, you're at the top. It doesn't matter. I just feel like it's a certain level of just like realness and authenticity. That's being like, yo, I'm just a real dude,
regular ass dude, bro.
I make music. I just spin music. You know,
Absolutely.
I'm just here doing what you're trying to do.
Exactly.
I'm just doing it a little bit more. Yeah, we're all just
That's
here. You know what I'm saying?
It's
like,
funny you saying that because that was me at Day Trip. Cause like, bro, like I'm not like one of those like snobby people, but like sometimes you end up backstage and you're like at a place that's not dominantly what you make or with your friends, but it's just like because of all the friends that I had over the years.
Totally.
And they do different things. So like some of my friends are photographers, some of them are TMs and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And you know, like I'll come across them and they'll be like, come hang out with us and blah 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 blah. And then then you see your other friends and be like, Mike, like what are you doing here? And I'm like, I don't know.
I'm just here. Literally, I'm just here. Like
literally, that's literally.
I'm not playing. They're not playing my music.
Yeah,
they don't,
I'm like, I'm just
here, bro.
Like,
I'm just vibing.
I was like, yo, they told me to pull up. I pulled up, and now I'm here, dog.
That's what I'm saying, my guy.
Getting lit, dog. You know, like
that's how it happens.
Yeah, it's literally so much fun because now I can honestly say this is the first time, even before the pandemic, that I can say that I've been actually enjoying. Yeah, the ride.
Totally.
And before, it was like going through those ups and downs of like I was dealing with the whole like trying to please people era of my career, and that was during my hard dance like career phase, I guess you could say. And I'm still doing hard dance, just not as much because I like the balance I have between the two worlds.
Yeah.
And at the time, I was just making a lot of hard dance and trying to please a lot of people, please labels, and do a lot of different stuff. And then I got to a point when the pandemic hit, I was like, why am I doing this? Like, why am I trying to do everything everyone else want me to do? I want to do my own thing, and like I don't know how to do that. And then I did Ruin My Life, which was like this rock album I made. And after I did that, my whole perspective on what I needed to do changed. Like I was like, I'm just going to do whatever I want
to do.
And then as long as it fits the brand, I'm going to keep doing it. So I started making pop music. I started making hyper pop, and then started playing all types of shit. I was like getting hit up for hyper pop shows. I was doing this one show called Sevn. I was like playing their shows all the time, and then I just played their Pride event, and it was out of all the crowds I played for, besides OKC, because hands down OKC, that was the best crowd to this year that I've played for.
Yeah.
But Sevn, every time I play there, I've always closed, and every time I've closed, the energy was just
through the roof.
Real.
Yeah.
And they let you play whatever you want. You can play dubstep, you can play trap, you can play hard dance, you can play anything you want. And that crowd was just going off, bro. It was the best experience ever. Now I'm more in tune with who I am and what I want to do. And I have a clearer mind of the direction that I want to go in. And I feel more confident now talking to artists and letting them know, like, hey, this is what I make, this is what I'm doing. And it's cool now because, like, that's the vibe right now. Everyone's making different shit.
Bro.
Like, you got Space Laces and Must Die doing hard dance now.
Bro.
You know, you got the hard dance people making dubstep now. So it's like the roles switch, but they're thriving. So it's cool to see that right now. It really is. It's super dope because, like, I feel like that's where it's headed. Like, you got to make more than one genre. It's not just, oh, you're a dubstep artist anymore.
Dude.
Oh. Yeah.
We're going to dive right into what he just fucking said. I've been waiting. I've been waiting to dive into this, and there's like 3 topics that you said, and I'm going to pick on all of them. I'm going to be right back real quick. Guys, we'll be right back. Give me like 2 seconds. And we're back, guys. We took a little break and then turned into conversation. No, so I kind of wanted to dive in on the point that you just said before we took our break of how you feel it's so important to not just make one genre of music anymore.
Yeah.
And I could not feel more strongly about that, and I could not be more of a bigger advocate for
absolutely
producers, whether they're coming up or whether they're already there and they've made something for so long to make something else, make some different shit, do some different shit.
Absolutely.
And like always the biggest, like, because when people ask me, they're like, oh, do you have like an inspiration or like someone who like you look up to? Like I wouldn't say like yes in the fact of like production wise, just more in the fact of like relevancy and time of relevancy. Like like an example that I love to give credit where credit is due is Diplo.
Yeah, absolutely.
Diplo has been in the game
forever.
For fucking ever.
Yeah.
But he's still top of the charts, popping, getting booked out, playing worldwide, still doing it like from the day he started. And this fucking guy's done country.
Yeah, that's trippy.
Do fucking electricity with Dua Lipa. He's doing shit with,
LSD.
LSD, like just
Major Lazer, all that shit.
Done Jack U.
Yeah,
like,
Jack U.
Done like reggaeton shit. Like, dude, he's done
everything.
Does everything. And like I think it's like such a prime example for like producers in that way to realize like, yo, like imagine if Diplo, I'm just using an example, but so many other artists alike, like imagine if he just did the same thing for
he wouldn't be staying as on
he
top
wouldn't be
as
where
he is.
Exactly.
Yeah, it wouldn't
especially
work.
with where the industry is going and the scene and just so many people are making different things and working with different people. Like you have fucking Illenium and people like that working with like fucking Dayseeker, like rock and metal bands. Yeah, Excision's working with so and so. Like everybody's really stepping
out of their comfort zone.
It's totally stepping out of their comfort zone and making different shit, or just it could be the same shit per se, like as far as style and vibe and like what you've known, but like different.
And it doesn't always have to be good, and I feel like that comes with taking the risk. Like
exactly,
because it may not hit today, but like 2 or 3 years later, it's gonna hit.
Yeah, exactly.
It's gonna hit. It becomes timeless, and you don't realize how good the song was until a couple of years later because you realize, okay, everyone else is doing what that person did 3 years ago. You know?
Exactly.
And I noticed that. Even Pharrell is a great example. Pharrell's always stayed ahead of the curve.
Always ahead of the curve.
Kanye, you can even throw him in there, like as crazy as he is. But like,
he's crazy. That's dude, so funny. We were talking about that the other day too.
He sampled Flux.
Yeah.
He sampled a lot of EDM guys.
I mean, look, Drake sampled Jai Wolf on what is it, Wednesday Night Interlude? Mm-hmm. I'm pretty sure that's a Jai Wolf song.
Yep. I remember that.
I think. No, that was 2 Feet. I just hummed 2 Feet. God damn it. But anyway, you guys know the song that I'm talking about. If you've heard that Wednesday Night Interlude song, that's a Jai Wolf song, actually. But yeah, like, so many people are doing different things, and it's so crucial to not get stuck in the box. And like how we were talking before we fucking started filming, Drake.
Yeah. Oh, let's get into it.
Prime example, number one. You have the number one artist ever.
Yeah.
Ever.
In
the history of music. I don't care what you want to say. If you
No, it's on paper.
It's on paper.
Yeah, it's on paper.
People lie, numbers don't.
Yeah, literally.
People lie, numbers don't. You have the number one artist ever on his 7th album completely just flipping everything on its head.
Yeah.
Like, sure, he's done some maybe like of the, With You on Views. He's done Signs. He's done some of that poppier, maybe more dancey type stuff before, but like
it was strictly dance.
Honestly, never is a dance album. It's a dance album.
Yeah.
Like, and
even if you don't want to say it's EDM or house, it's a dance album.
It's a dance album.
It's on
dance
every
music.
dance playlist. Every dance artist is like
every dance YouTube channel, house YouTube channels, like
it's banging that shit right now.
Is banging that shit right now, and that's such prime example. Like what he just did, and like how again we were talking before, and like I don't understand why. I mean, I understand why people don't understand, but like you guys have to realize that like. By Drake literally making a dance album and there was literally a fucking piano house track.
Yeah.
On the album. Like
Black Coffee, shout out Black Coffee.
That's what I'm saying. Like, shout out, for real. But, like, that should be the tall tale sign of, like...
Where dance music is at right now.
Where dance music is at, where it's going, and also just, like, yo, make...
Whatever you want.
Make whatever you want.
If he's doing it, what makes you think you can't do it?
Exactly.
It doesn't even matter if you're big or not. Just do it. You just don't know. Like, even, like, the story behind Peaches by Justin Bieber.
Yeah, Justin Bieber.
Technically, the original version that he used is a remix.
Yes.
The guy posted on Twitter of him remixing the song from a video of him premiering it, and then Justin Bieber saw it. He's like, I want that version. And then now dude is a platinum producer.
Yeah.
I'm like, yo, like if you don't take risk, you're just gonna always be.
You're just gonna stay.
You're gonna stay where you are.
You're gonna stay right where you are.
And he could, like, that could have been any dubstep producer doing that. It could have been anybody making any other genre, and they just was like, I'm gonna fucking try it. And you just don't know, but like that's why we do what we do. We like taking risks. Like the thing I love about EDM is the key thing about it is just risk taking.
It is. It really is.
You have to in order to stay on top. Like I only been doing good for myself lately is because of the risk that I took 8 years ago.
Yes.
You know? So like all those risks paid off. Yeah, that was trippy.
That was trippy. That fucking plane flew by and it got real dark for a second. That was crazy. But yeah,
like all those hardships from making hard dance and people not liking me because I was trying to incorporate other sounds with the hard dance. Now those songs are getting noticed, and now I'm getting booked because of the old shit, not even the new shit, the old shit that I made. And I didn't realize how important it was. So now when I release music, I'm more or less like thinking like, I don't care if it pops off today. It's like 2 or 3 years from now, when they hear something familiar, they're gonna go back to my old shit and be like, I didn't know he made this too.
Exactly.
I didn't know he did this. And that's
why it's so important to have like a diverse discography, like as an artist, just in general. Because like, if say you release a new song and someone goes and listens to that song, or they hear someone post it, or it's on a label or whatever, and they're like, yo, this song's fire. I want to hear some more shit about this. Like I want to hear what this guy got. I feel, because I do it and I feel like you do it, if I discover a new artist and hear a song that just got posted or whatever and I like it, I'll find myself going back to like their if it's like their third or fourth album, I'll go back to their second or their first, or like I'll go on the releases and scroll through it and listen back, like, and then I'm like, wait, what the fuck? Like,
you would never know what you might come across.
Exactly. And that's why I feel like it's so important to have diversity and just like take the risks in the production aspect, and to not worry, like how you said, like, oh, what if it doesn't pop off the week that I release it? Like
no, it doesn't matter, bro.
It really,
it does not matter.
It really doesn't, dude. Because like someone's gonna go back someday and be like, "Whoa,
what the fuck?
What the fuck?"
And one thing
I wish he made this still. Like,
it's built for that. Like I liked Spotify, and I used to not be a Spotify person. I'm always gonna be SoundCloud to the day I die. But I do like Spotify for one reason only, because you can literally watch and go back and see the evolution of an artist.
Yeah, totally.
From when they first started to what they were making to what they're making now. So like, I'm hard dance, and like anytime I get to rep hard dance, I will forever do that. But obviously I'm doing bass now. But then people we hear, like when I did Subsidia, I released on Subsidia and I did a straight dubstep type song. But then everyone was into it, but then they were seeing my discography and they were like, you make a hard dance? Like, what the fuck? Oh, you were making 200 BPM? I'm like, yeah, bro. Like, I've been on this shit. Like,
I've been doing this shit. Like,
but that's cool, because like I learned this from Jay-Z. I think he's the one who said it. He's like, if you want to listen to this era of Jay-Z, then go listen to that. You know,
that's the perfect way to put it.
Yeah,
that is such the perfect way to put it. Like, if you want to listen to that, oh, dude.
So like, if you want hard dance by Jesus, then you
listen to it.
Go listen to it. It's already out.
If you want bass, you go listen to it.
Exactly.
If you want rock, go
listen
to it.
Exactly.
Yes, dude. Oh, that's so crazy. I feel that so heavily, because I've said this to so many people, and like, I want my music and my productions and my discography to be a personal playlist. Almost like, where it's like, oh, you know what? I'm really feeling this vibe. It's 3 a.m. I'm driving home late at night.
Yes.
I know the perfect songs he's got.
Yes.
Or, yo, we're having some drinks, getting ready to go out.
Exactly.
This the one.
Because like, I make music for myself, and I feel like anybody
you have to. That's number one.
Yeah.
Like,
I don't make music for people. I don't make it for anyone else.
If you make music for people, you're gonna fucking
flop.
You're gonna flop. You're gonna burn out. Like, it's all fucking bad. Like,
because I listen to my music all the time, and it's like, because I made it for me.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I made it for me. So like of course I'm gonna like my own shit.
Yeah, there's so many times where I'm like, I'm fucking getting ready for bed, and like I just smoked or something. I'm like high as fuck laying in bed, and then like I turn on these like 3 or 4 songs that I made. I'm like,
oh yeah,
these are the craziest things I've ever heard in my life. Because I'm like, I made it for me because I knew how I was feeling and like why I made it, and like
And it was for that moment.
It was for that type of moment,
exactly.
that vibe, that feeling.
People can say whatever they want. You could be like, I don't think you should shame. And I've seen this on Twitter a lot from when Carnage was doing it and a couple other artists where people were getting mad at them for feeling themselves. I think we're producers, bro. If you don't like your own shit, what makes you think anyone else is gonna like it? Yeah, like what? Like I didn't make this just to not like it. Like, what do you want from me? Like, of course I'm gonna fucking feel myself. Especially when you know, like, as a producer when you made a banger.
Yeah,
like, you cannot fucking kid yourself when you know you made a banger.
Like, yo, this hate.
Whether it hits from the outside or not, you personally know, like, this hits.
That's
like,
what I'm saying.
This one hits. And, like, I'm learning that now. Like, I'm barely getting to that point to where it's like, I know I made a dope song. I don't need anyone to tell me I made a dope song.
This song fucking bangs.
But I'm still going to put it out and let you guys hear it, too.
For sure.
So, I'm at that point in my life right now.
That's so funny because that's how I feel about any of the music that I release is, like, I love it.
Yeah.
I know why I made it.
Exactly.
Like, it fucking hits so hard for me. Hopefully, you guys fuck with it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's
like,
literally me.
Like, that's, like, totally my mentality.
Yeah.
It's like, I hope you guys fuck with it.
Yeah, like if you don't, then that's cool.
That's
Thanks
cool.
for listening.
Yeah,
you know?
No, literally, thanks for listening. Like, I appreciate it. Like,
and the
I'm
hate
still gonna be
comments
listening
are the
to
best
it when
people you want. That's what you want. And I learned this. It's like it's not the people that fuck with your shit that's gonna help you get more plays. It's the people that don't fuck with your shit because you gotta look at it from like both a business point of view. Think about it like this: if someone goes on Twitter and bath mouths your song so hard, and this happened to me, and they're like, "Oh, this sucks. This is this. What's up?"
Milo's like, "What's up, dude?"
Yeah, and they badmouth it. They're saying how bad it is. What do you think other people are gonna do?
They're gonna
exactly.
Come on.
Like it's like you're doing the work for me.
Literally, it's
like,
the best. It's the best free marketing ever.
Exactly. Like negativity is probably the best marketing tool, and this is taught in school.
It's so
and
true.
It's sad, but it works.
Bro, it is. It's true.
I'd rather have someone say how bad my song is than say how good it is because more people are gonna be curious to be like, is it bad? Yeah.
Does it suck?
Like, yo, you're probably tripping, bro, because I like it.
That's what I'm saying.
I've had that. It was the funny shit.
It
happened years ago.
Holy fuck.
Me and my boy made a song. It was a hardstyle song, and
my dog's like, I gotta piss, bro.
Yeah, I made this hardstyle song with my boy, and this was the first day we were promoting it, and he ran into this situation, and this girl was like talking shit to him, and all this stuff. And I'm one of those people like I'm gonna stand up for my boys, you know,
for
like
sure.
So I came in, I was coming in hot. I was like, "Yo, who the fuck do you think you are?" Type shit and all this other stuff. So her and her friends started like ganging up on me, but it's Twitter. I don't get phased, bro. Like I'm a troll.
Social media ain't real.
Yeah. So
Social media ain't real.
I'm just entertained by this. As this is happening, the song is just popping off.
Yeah.
The preview we posted. And so she goes, it's like, your music sucks, this and this and that. Funniest shit happened. I was like, yo, like, shut the fuck up, bitch, or some shit like that. She got so mad. 5 minutes, I kid you not, 5 minutes after that happened, her boyfriend quotes our shit, says it's the best thing he's ever heard. As we're like, she's like, ew, you like his stuff? He's like, hey, I gotta give credit where credit's due.
We're back, guys. Sorry, I had to take my dog out and crack another beer. But yeah, I think that was so funny about what you had said previously. Like, your haters and the people who hate on your music are the best marketing
absolutely
ever.
I love that. I encourage it.
It truly is. It really fucking is. So I want to ask you a question, and because we're about 45 minutes in the episode here, and I always ask everybody this. I've had a very, very wide range of people on the show: photographers, songwriters, skateboarders, everything, and this is a question that I really like to ask because kind of like I call it the secret sauce per se. So I think it's funny and I think it's really fitting because I've known you a very long time and I've known you from literally when Blvckjesus was nothing.
Yeah,
really.
Literally.
Like literally,
absolutely.
like literally nothing.
It wasn't even a thing yet.
It was just a thought.
Yeah.
So like, what would you say is like the secret sauce for you that has gotten you to where you are now from, fucking playing patio at the Yost, being like, I'm going to get my foot in the door. Like, what do you think's really been like the secret sauce, the factor, this is the thing that really helped me get from here to where I am at, to being able to do what I wanted to do and like really making it like not just a dream, like
a reality.
A reality.
Yeah.
Like, what do you think that has been for you?
I have two answers. The first one is production was, for me, made a huge difference because at the time when I got into production, I was just a DJ. So, excuse me. I was only doing like DJing shows for like promotion teams and stuff. So it was like the whole pay to play shit and all that stuff in that era. And I really didn't know how to like get out of that zone. I didn't want to just be looked at as a DJ. I wanted to be something more than that. And production really made a difference. Like when I finished my first official track, it really changed my perspective of like, I can actually do this. Because I started sending it out to different artists and then they were actually down to play it out. Like the first track I ever got played out was by Svdden, JCO, and
dope.
Say My Name. And it was at EDC. And the one that came to a surprise was Say My Name because, one, I had no idea he was going to play my song. I sent him the song, and I saw another account, which was his. I didn't know that at the time, and I was panicking. And I DM'd the account like, hey, man, how did you get this? Like, blah, 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 not realizing this is Say My Name, who downloaded it from a different account. I'm at EDC with my boys and my friends, and we were like, yo, like, he was a Say My Name fan. So we went to his set. Kid you not, 20 minutes in, I'm listening to a set, and I'm like,
I know this song.
That buildup sounds familiar. And then I hear the pre-drop, and I'm like, holy, we're in the crowd. So this moment was just so surreal. Like, we didn't know. None of us knew. And he's playing my shit, and we're like, wait, that's my shit. And then ever since that happened, everything else changed for me.
Yeah.
And then the second answer is literally like, this goes for anybody and anything you do in any industry. It doesn't matter if it's music or not. Immersing yourself in the culture. Understanding what you're getting into.
True.
I don't think a lot of people will get into this game as like, oh, I want to be a big DJ and this and that, work with X, Y, and Z, but they don't know the history and the background behind why they're doing it and why they're in it. Like, I was a raver first, obviously, just like any other producer. I feel like most producers were ravers or nerds or whatever. And, like, I understood rave culture in a sense. So, like, you know, what to do, what not to do, all that stuff. So when I started meeting these artists and meeting people, half the people I'm working with now, these people I was raving with like 8 years ago.
Yeah.
And like to this day, we still rave together. Like
Totally.
We'll still buy tickets to shows. And not every show is guest list and stuff like that. We'll buy tickets because we just generally love this shit.
Exactly.
And I think that's, if you want to be in this industry, I think that's very important.
You have to love it.
Yeah. You can't do it for money. I've said it so many times.
Dude.
I'm not in this to be famous. I just want to be known.
Bro.
There's a huge difference between being famous and known. Like, I've said this to my friends. My music is 3 times more popular than me. Like, when I go out to shows and shit, no one knows that I'm Blvckjesus.
That's so funny.
But they know Blvckjesus music. Yeah. So it's weird because they'll find out, like, oh, you're Blvckjesus. And they're like, dude, I listen to your music. And I'm like, thank you.
Yeah, thanks. Appreciate it.
But they'll never know.
No.
And I don't post my face that often other than if you see it on social media.
Yeah.
But other than that, like, unless you follow me on Instagram, especially on Twitter, you're not going to see my face ever. Yeah. I'm just not one. I'm not a camera person.
Yeah, totally. And a lot of people aren't.
Yeah, I'm just not a camera person. I
think
do press shots because I have to.
Yeah.
Not because I want to. And I'm not trying to, like, oh, I don't like it. It's fun sometimes, but, like, overall,
For sure.
I'd rather be in the studio.
That's
I'd rather
what I'm
be
saying.
making music or
Dude,
playing a show.
I don't mean to interrupt, but you said something that is just, it's the reason why I fucking freaked out right there, because I was like, there was literally an episode titled what you just said previously.
Oh, really?
It was an episode called Fuck the Money.
Oh.
And it was my boys, shout out Gio, he's the owner of Box Boys. They do like underground rap festivals and shit.
Oh, shit. You know them?
Yeah, Gio's like my
Bro, that's the homies.
Bro, Gio's my boy.
Really?
I've known Gio for years.
Bro, I did a photo shoot with them boys.
Yeah.
Yeah, with him, Josiah, and all them fools.
Gio was on episode 3.
Really?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I was just talking to them.
Yeah, we did a podcast, and that was one of the things he said. He's like, bro, fuck the money.
Yeah,
I'm not in this for the money. Like, if you're motivated by money, you will fail.
Yeah.
Like, you have to know your why, and you have to love it. Like you said, like, you were like, I was a raver, and I decided, like, hey, I wanted to do this, and then you got the confidence because, you know, stuff showed you that, oh, I could do this.
Yep.
But you're like, I just like to make music, bro, and like I just do this because I love it.
That's
like,
why I have a day job. That's my money. That's
right.
Where my
You're
money
like,
comes from, you know.
It's not like I'm not like, oh, like I'm just trying to get the bag.
Yeah.
Like, because I really do feel like, obviously, like, you always want to make money. You always want to have money to be able to do things. But like when that's your motivator truly, and especially if it's something that you're passionate about and like your passion is being driven by money.
Yeah.
I feel like it taints the authenticity of the passion, because then it's like, well, are you really passionate about it?
Exactly.
Because passion is supposed to be, you love it, you're going to do whatever it takes. You're going to do whatever it takes to make it happen.
And
if you have to crawl, if you have to walk,
bro.
if you have to fucking beg somebody, if you got to fucking do that, you're going to do whatever it takes.
Whatever it takes.
Rather than being like, I'm just going to do so-and-so, I'm just going to make this because I know it's popular right now.
Exactly.
Like, let's be honest. Total transparency. If you wanted to, if I wanted to, if we just started making tech house only.
I know where you're getting, and yes, it's true.
Let's be real.
The more you stick to something, and like that's why I've always tell everyone, because they always ask me, oh, what advice can you give? And I'm like, honestly, I know this is cliche, but this is what I've done my entire career. Do not quit. It's simple as that. The moment you quit, you don't have a career no more.
The only difference between people who are successful and people who are not is the people who are successful didn't quit.
Yeah, they just kept going.
They didn't.
Like most of, like even during the rock band eras, like most of them didn't pop off till their 30s or 40s.
Yeah.
And it's like, think about it, like they never had a moment where they were like, I'm going to stop because I'm getting too old, or I'm going to stop because this ain't happening. It's like, no, they just kept going until it worked out. Literally. And that's literally all it takes. Like that's what's been happening to me now. And one thing I'm happy that I didn't do was just, like, instead of quitting music, I just stopped making a genre, went to a different one.
Yeah.
I just was like, all right, I'm kind of over this music.
I'm going to try something else.
I want to try something else. But at no point where I was like, I want to quit music completely.
No, not at all.
I can't stop making music. It's in my blood. It's just like a part of who I am. Yeah. And I feel like any producers feel that way. I've met a lot of producers, and some of them don't make music anymore, but they still make music. Yeah. You know? So it's just like, you're never going to stop making music. So, like, you might as well switch it up and do something else. And, like, it will definitely make you'll get a better results, and then figuring out what your niche is, or sometimes go to a genre, and if you can make a different genre really well, and then eventually when you get popping off that, you can go back to what you actually want to do. It all depends on what your journey is and what you're like, where you're headed. But like not quitting,
you can't.
It's literally like the simplest, but the most effective thing you can possibly do is just don't quit.
Absolutely, because if you quit, then you'll never know.
You'll live a what-if life.
You'll never know if it could have happened.
Mm-hmm. And that's what I didn't want to do. I didn't want to live my life. Like, my goals.
Time's too finite to live that way.
Exactly.
It doesn't matter if you're a producer. It doesn't matter if you're this or that or this or that. Like, time is just too finite to not try it. To not do it.
Try.
To like, and that's why I always tell people, like, dude, just. And that's what I feel too, and I've said this before, is like people like myself and like you who at a young age kind of knew what we wanted to do. Yeah. Like had the drive and the passion of like, I really, really want to try and do this. Like, and there's a lot of people that haven't hit that point yet. No. But like, I encourage anybody to really try and figure that out. And I feel like by trying to figure that out, that means just trying so many different things. And then you're going to find that thing where it's like, oh.
Absolutely.
This is what I want to do. But then, like, if that's what you want to do, you have to be aware and you have to be just understanding of the fact that, like, yo, it's really going to fucking suck. Yeah. For a long time, probably, just because, like, you're trying to do something from scratch, especially if you want to build something for your own. If you want to be your own artist, you want to be your own videographer, this or that. Like, if you're like, this is what I'm passionate about and I want to do this, well, then you're starting it from nothing. So just be aware that process.
That's that's a great point to make.
That's the process. And like, you just have to embrace it. Know that there's going to be days where you're like, holy fuck, I don't want to do this. I'm done. I quit, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. Just understand that you are going to feel that way, and don't be discouraged, and don't be, steered off the path by you feeling that way, because that's normal. Like, you have to feel that way. Yeah, you have to. Like, you have to have those feelings in those days of like, dude, I don't want to.
And don't be afraid to feel your emotions. Like,
no,
when you're
not at
feeling
all.
a certain way, and even when it comes to like feeling like, oh, you're looking at what other people are doing, like, it's very natural to feel like, oh, like, why am I not doing this? Just don't bullshit yourself. I've learned this from like a lot of producers. Like, they'll like try and stay humble, and I get it. I try to do the same, but every now and then you're gonna have those moments. You're a human, bro. Like, you're naturally gonna feel like you should be doing certain things now, but it's all about like playing your role and like understanding like it's not your time, and when your time comes, you know, it's gonna happen. Because like I feel like I've had this conversation with so many people, and I've been like, think about it like this: if right now Insomniac hit you up and be like, we want you to play EDC main stage, could you really do it? Do you know how to play a main stage set? Do you know how to?
Do you know what it takes?
Do you know what kind of music a main stage
requires?
Like, I don't think you do. I really don't think you do.
I don't.
Yeah, I don't.
Like, if someone hit me up
my
and
friends,
someone's like, "Yo, we'll book you $1 million headline Tomorrowland right now. You want it?" I'd be like, "No,
no,
I don't.
Like,
I don't.
You have
Genuinely,
to be realistic with yourself.
No, literally, you have to.
Because you'll go up there and blow it, and then you never get another
that shot.
And that's the thing. Like,
you have to pay your due diligence.
Exactly.
And you have to go along the process and do the steps. Playing in front of fucking no people.
Yep.
To more people. Then you start to have fans.
Yep.
Then you start to have people that fuck with your music, that look forward to releases. Then you get a little bit bigger shows, and then you do this. Then you get the bigger booking, and then this. Like, that's the only way I really feel that you can learn to be able to do a main stage set like that.
And that comes with time. Like,
it comes with time.
You got, like, I'm learning how to be a support. Like, I've been closing most of the shows I've been playing. Yeah. So, like, I wouldn't say I've mastered it, but I definitely know how to close. Yeah. Because I've been doing it most of these shows. So, like, they trust me because, like, there's rules to, like, obviously when you're playing shows. Like, if you're the opener, you're supposed to set the tone. If you're the direct support, you're supposed to get them warmed up for the headliner, but not go too hard, but hard enough to where you can still do your thing. And then, the closer, your only job, you have one job. Keep them there. Everyone's obviously came for the headliner, but your job is to keep that crowd there. If you do not keep that crowd there, what makes you think they're going to book you again? And then if you're good at closing, bro, you're going to get booked. Like, hands down. Like, my music goes, like, I do bass and hard dance, so, like, because I do both, that's, like, the best spot that you can get at the time until you're able to do, like, direct support. Because you can't play second. You can't really play, like, in the middle because, like, you're going too hard or your music goes too hard or whatever. So, like, closing, that's, like, the perfect spot. And if you can keep everyone there, bro, I guarantee you'll get books.
Yeah, you'll get booked out.
Bookings. Because every show I played.
You got to prove yourself.
Yeah, you have to. And then from there, you get all the other stuff.
I'm
not a headliner.
There is no free handouts.
There is
no free handouts.
Yeah, no. You got to pay your dues, bro.
You have to, bro. You have to pay your dues.
You have to.
It's the
like,
only way to do it.
It's part of the process. And I don't think people are willing to, like, oh, I think I should be doing this, or I'm too cool to be doing this. Like, okay.
So what?
Like, I didn't know you were Diplo. I didn't know you were Marshmello. I didn't know you were Sudden Death. You know,
I didn't know you was Garrix. I didn't know you was.
Yeah, like, what the fuck?
Like, come on. These fools have paid their dues.
Yeah, like, they've been in this
They're
game.
there for a reason.
Yeah. And it's like they've already done what they need to do. And then, like, you think you can compete with someone like Sudden Death playing all original sets. It's like every set he plays is his own shit. You cannot keep up with that. I'm sorry. Like, I mean, like, at some point you can feel like you're the best, but, like, come on, man. Like, how do you compete
with an all original?
All originals, all his edits, all his own stuff, remixes, whatever. It's all his music, and it's all hitting, and it's a whole hour of his stuff. Like, I don't even have that much music. I have enough music, but I don't have an hour of bass stuff to play that long. I just can't.
And to make it not boring and stale, and, like, to be able to make a set like that and keep people there and
it's
just
hard.
With 100% your stuff, whether it's your music, your edits, whatever, like, it's 100% you. You're not playing anybody else's shit.
Yeah, it's hard,
dude.
It's so fucking hard. I'm still trying to get to that point, and I'm not even close.
That credit is just
maybe half a quarter there, and I'm not trying to gas Danny. Like, I just seen how hard that dude's worked.
Yeah.
To get to where he's at from his album that he just put out, and then I don't really, like, fuck with a lot of EDM albums because one thing I noticed, like, they don't know how to cohesively put an album together. His album,
it's just like singles.
Sounds like an album.
Yes.
There's, like, little sections of scenes.
Skits.
And it's so sick because it's like this void he created.
That's what I was saying, like, when we had listened to Brent Faiyaz's new album, like, I was telling my roommates when we were listening to it, because they're like, oh, it's skit, blah, blah, blah. I was like, I get it, but I also like I also like when there's those skit type things or where it brings you out of the music and into a situation or something like that, because that's what an album is.
It's a story.
It's a story.
Yes.
It's a
and
cohesive...
people don't listen to it like that. They're just like, oh, I want to hear good songs. I'm like, no. Like,
it's an album. That's the point.
Yes.
It's not a single.
Yeah.
You're supposed to sit there and
actually listen.
And listen to the whole thing, because a good album is supposed to be crafted that way, where it tells a story. There's an underlying meaning or a vibe or a feeling, and it takes you here, then to here, then here, makes you feel this.
Exactly.
Takes you back out, brings you back in, like... It's an experience. An
Yeah.
album is a story. It's like
That's
a
what
mini.
it's supposed
It's
to
like a
be.
mini movie. Like
Yes.
really, it's a mini movie through sound.
You're
is what
literally listening to a movie. Like, I agree.
Yes, that's what it has to be.
And that's why I liked it, because like it was more than just listening to dubstep for me. And like I had this talk with him. I was literally telling him all this. I was like, literally, bro, like what you did with Void changed the dubstep scene, because of like you took what dubstep was and took it to an artistic like level, to where not only are you listening to these hard drops, but you're also seeing visuals that go with the hard drop. You're telling a story and created this character that cohesively like all goes together.
Milo. Yeah, no, I agree. And and to do that well, especially, is
it's
so
hard.
Dude, it's fucking hard.
Yeah.
Milo, hey. Come here. Fucking fluffy fucker. Come here, you fucker. Come here. Yeah, no, and that's always that's always like a big props that I give to like any artist. It doesn't matter what genre I like.
Him.
You can
I
listen
know
to
more Kismet. They did an album this year. Rufus A. Soul is one of my personal favorites.
Don't even get me started.
Man.
Don't even get me started.
I love Rufus so much.
Bro,
Most
Rufus
of the music
is
I
like
make is inspired by them. Like,
same.
Yeah, like I love.
If you
Rufus.
want, I'll show you some of the new shit that I've
please,
made.
Yes.
Dude, it is so heavily Rufus inspired. Like
I
literally have this new song called "Need You Now," and it's like it is literally quite literally my take, chord version wise, on Inner Bloom.
Oh,
like it's like
that's my favorite
it's
too.
like my own rendition, writing, textural wise version.
I love that
of like an Inner Bloom type song.
That is sick.
Yeah, so dude,
they kill it. And then you said Lane 8, and it's funny because my
Lane
boy
8 is my fucking
that's
guy.
his favorite artist,
bro.
He talks about him so much.
I love that melodic houses.
Oh yeah,
dude, I love melodic.
Bro,
I'm just a melodic guy.
Do you listen to Fred Again?
Love Fred Again.
Bro. He's been making heat.
Dude,
him
oh my
and
God,
the disco
hold on.
lines. I was
dude,
like,
what is that fucking song by Fred Again? It's not the one that he just released, We've Lost Dancing.
That's my favorite. That's the one I like. That's how
fucking,
I got put on there.
That fucking lead is so fucking wild.
I love that shit.
Dude, oh my God, dude, hold on. I have it in my library. This is this song hits so I Miss You, Jesse.
Yes.
Dude, this song?
Yes. Yes.
That's
just a banger.
Dude, I've been listening to this shit. I'm like, oh my God.
His cover art is sick too.
Dude,
how he does it too. I fuck with it. Yeah, he's a vibe.
Dude, yeah, but nah, I love that. I love that so much. God damn
man. That's crazy, bro.
Fuck. Small world, dude.
Yeah, man.
It really is. But man, I love that so much. But yeah, we're in hour 5 here in the episode, so we're gonna fucking start wrapping things up. I'm gonna ask you a final question, and it's always a question that I ask everybody.
Cool.
It can be a little. Sometimes people are like, I don't know, I've never thought about that. I call it the one life advice question. If you could give one piece of life advice, whether it's whatever it may be, a piece of advice, a quote, something that you live by that's helped you get to where you are, just helps you get through, anything like that. Like, what would be a one piece of life advice that you would give to the listeners and the viewers, that something that resonates with you that you could share?
That. It's really funny you said that, because I live by this every day, and this is what gets me to stay not only humble, but like keeps me on my own path versus like my friends on their path. I always say this thing. I'm like, you can never be me, and I can never be you. So you just stay on your own path. Like be yourself.
Don't follow no waves.
Yeah, don't follow no waves. I'm not here to follow trends. I want to create my own, because it doesn't really show who you are.
Trends.
Yeah, like don't try to be someone else. Be you. It's just like it's so
no
crazy. It's so cliche, but like exactly, because there's only one me. It's not even just there's only one Blvckjesus. People can there's gonna be replicates of you, like, because you're inspiring others in what you're doing. And then there's people who's inspired me to make the music that I make. But at the same time, they can't make music like I make
Yeah.
music, and I definitely can't make music like they do.
Exactly.
And it's not a
But that's
hate
what
thing,
makes you
it's
you, and that what makes
exactly.
me.
And that's definitely something I live by every single day, and it's what keeps me going. So like it's like one thing that definitely, like, as far as like staying humble, or when I start comparing myself to people, I just remind myself that like I'm not them.
Totally.
Like they're them for a reason, and I'm me for a reason.
Yeah.
Like it is what it is, and there's nothing that can change except for you doing something different. Or doing something that you didn't feel like was you at the time, and then now it is. So like that's definitely something like as far as advice like I would give.
Nah, I love that.
Yeah,
man. I think that shit is so important.
Yeah, dude. You gotta
you gotta
stay
bro.
true to yourself.
You
and
have
like
to.
the only like successful brands that I've noticed are people who are genuinely them, like Nitty Gritty, people like him.
Dude, it's so funny that you say Nitty Gritty, because I was gonna say Nitty Gritty when we
him.
were talking about the set stuff and shit earlier.
He's amazing.
Dude, he's one of the people that like
so underrated.
And I just love that he's just him. He fucking does a future bass track with Run. Does a fucking house song with Valentino Khan. Does a fucking
dubstep with Shaq.
Does a fucking like trap house fucking shit with Wookie. Does like just
and out of all the big
he
people
he just does whatever the fuck he wants to do.
Super nice human being. You would never expect for you if you met him outside of EDM. Like say you're at a grocery store, you would never know he's a DJ ever. And his come up and his story is so amazing. He went to I forgot the school he went to, but it's like a really good production school. This dude just became cracked. He was just spending hours and hours and hours in the studio, and then he just got super good. And in his early career days, he wasn't selling tickets. People was not. I'm like, dude, this is Nitty Gritty. Like, he was like, I remember one time he went on Twitter. He was like, yo, my manager is gonna get mad at me, but like, we're not selling that many tickets. It would be dope if you guys came. Blah 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 blah. I'm like, man, this dude has 2 Grammys, and he's literally going on Twitter asking y'all to come to a show. This is some bullshit. Like, if I could, I would see all his sets because he is so goddamn good at DJing. Yeah. Like, his edit game, like, everything about him is so dope. He just has
great energy on stage, too.
Yeah.
And that's another thing.
It's so hard.
Your energy when you perform, dude.
It's so important. Like, you got to go out there like it's the last show you're ever going to play. Like, I was just tweeting that today. I literally said, I don't care if it's 20 people in the crowd. I'm going hard as fuck. I got booked. You know, someone's paying you.
I have an expectation to meet.
Exactly. Like, if they're booking Blvckjesus, they gonna get Blvckjesus. If 2 people pay to come see me,
I'm gonna go hard for those 2 people.
I'm going hard as fuck. And it's funny because I'd rather go hard as fuck for 2 people that are going absolutely ham in the crowd than a full crowd of people that are just standing there.
Facts.
Yeah. Hands down.
Facts.
Any day.
Any day of the week.
You can quote me on that. I don't give a fuck. Like, I'd rather have that.
No, literally.
Any day. I'll play for 2 people all day if they're going hard as fuck. Because, like, that's why I do what I do. Because, like, energy.
It's the energy.
Yeah, like, so, like, if you're giving me that, I'm going to give you everything.
Everything
so,
right
like,
back.
That's literally where I'm at now, so.
That's facts.
Yeah, man.
Nah, I love that so much. I love that so much. Well, we're gonna fucking go into the fucking last question of every fucking episode. It's fucking 7 on 7's Song of the fucking Day. Do you have a song in mind that you've been bumping? It could be your own song that's coming out. Any song that you've just been fucking rocking or you're looking forward to. Could be your own release.
Shit.
What is fucking your song of the day?
The song I've been listening to a lot. It's not even my song. It's literally this song called Baby Girl by Disco Lines.
Yeah.
Banger. Oh my god. Like every day. Yes. And it's like funny because he sampled this artist named Home. And that's where that sample comes from, the little synth in the back.
Yeah.
It came from him.
Gotcha.
And I've been listening to Home for a long, long time.
So you were like, oh, shit.
I was like, dude, this is like perfect mix between like disco house and then you mix in synthwave and then you're putting them together and then you got the vocals on top of that. Like, I've been playing that track unrealistically, like, all the time, like every day. Like, I wake up before I go to work, play that song. In the car, play that song. At work, play it. Like, it's just a vibe.
It's just a vibe.
Yeah, it's a vibe.
It's a vibe.
That's been my song.
Baby Girl by Disco Lines. I know it like went mega viral on TikTok.
Oh yeah,
so,
it went viral.
I mean, I'm sure all of you guys have fucking heard it.
Yeah,
if
absolutely.
not, you need to go listen to it because
so fire.
Yeah, it's just a fucking. It's just a fucking vibe.
Yes, sir.
It is. Well, dude, holy shit, we're fucking. We're an hour 10 in here. We're gonna fucking say our fucking goodbyes. The fucking episode number 12, dude.
Yeah, man.
Episode number 12. Once again, dude, my fucking boy.
My dog.
My dude. I just can't believe it's been so fucking long since I've seen you.
Yeah, man. It's been good catching up,
Yeah, dude, it was
bro.
so good fucking talking. It was so good chatting. I'm so stoked that you fucking came on the show. I'm stoked
man.
for this
Thanks
episode.
for having me.
I'm stoked for this episode to come out and for everyone to fucking listen. I fucking love when people listen to the fucking episode. We're almost at fucking 500 downloads already of the podcast. Yeah, so
good shit, man.
Dude, I'm fucking stoked. It's doing really well. It's fucking shout out to all you guys who fucking listen and watch and share and download and save. It's fucking all because of you guys. But once again, my fucking boy,
my dog,
Blvckjesus, Michael. It's been way too long.
Yeah, man.
Make sure it's not another fucking 7 years.
Oh no, we're not doing that.
Because that's
more.
That's just fucking absurd.
Nah, not again.
It's just fucking absurd. But, yeah. Fucking thank you guys so much for listening. Thank you so much for fucking you guys watching and just tuning in. Episode 12. Fucking, god damn it, we're fucking here.
Hell yeah.
Appreciate you again, my guy.
Thanks, man.
Thank you guys for listening. Thank you guys for fucking watching so much. Remember, if you like this episode or any previous episode, please like and share the fucking show. That's how we grow. We share. I don't run no fucking ads. Just by word of mouth. Appreciate you guys so much. Fucking love you guys. Fucking see you guys next time.